Hi, this is Stephen Pierce, and I want to welcome you back to The Power to Create Profits. Now, for today's episode, what I want to share with you is a special guest that came here to our training facility here in Ann Arbor, Michigan. We had a special event that took place over the weekend, and we had him come in and do a special recording for you. His name is Bill Bailey, and believe it or not, he once made $64 million in just 1 month. Yeah, $64 million in a month. Most companies don't see $64 million in multiple lifetimes. All right, so if a guy can make $64 million in a month, certainly there's a lot that you can learn from him. All right, so actually, I had to actually step out when he did the recording. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce him to you, and we're going to just go ahead and bring him in. And I want you to listen closely to what he has to say, because listen, if somebody that can make $64 million is going to come in and going to share some information to you, with you, certainly you want to tap into that wisdom and extract some nuggets and see how you can take those and apply it to your own life and to your own business. All right, so I want you to listen closely. If you have to, pull out your pencil and paper and write down some of what he has to share. All right, so without further ado, this is Bill Bailey.
Hello, my name is William Bailey, and I want to take this opportunity to address something that probably is one of the most often asked questions in our country today. It seems that the age of entrepreneurship, literally hundreds of thousands of people are starting their own personal business, and I've often thought, why is that happening now? And I think, first of all, high technology has made available many more tools than we had when I started my own business back in 1959. And I also think that the downsizing, the polite word for firing, has caused a lot of people to have a vague sense of unease about their careers. I think currently the automobile business in total is laying off some 60,000 people in the next 2 years. And these are people that are used to having jobs which paid for their homes, that paid for their cars, hopefully had a savings account, and suddenly in 2 years they face that being gone. So there's a tremendous interest in today's world of how about your own business? How safe is it? What can you do to guarantee its successful growth, if you will? Well, it was my pleasure to start a small corporation many years ago, and through the help of a lot of people and a sincere desire to succeed and a willingness to pay the price of effort and to learn as I progressed how to do it better and adapt to new technologies, if you will, we managed to build that company into 10 countries. When I retired in '74 with a heart attack, doing around $63 million a month. Now, there's no magic wand. If I can do it, anyone can do it. Number one, you must have the sincere desire to have a better lifestyle. A lifestyle can mean new home, new swimming pool, new car, trust fund for your children. It can mean any of those things. And number two, that desire you must have. No one can give it to you. Number three, you must consider it a career. This is not going to try it and see if it works things. You're actually going to do this. You're going to find out what information you need. You're going to talk to whomever is successful, and if nothing else, copy them. And today, the use of modern technology, some people have taken it to a real high level. We now have a world market. It's very possible, depending on your product and the price and the size, and there are people who can advise you as to the possibility of successfully marketing your products strictly on the internet, for example. Others will recommend that perhaps you should place them in stores. Others will recommend that, well, you ought to create a personal sales force because maybe your products require demonstration, which is quite extreme. So depending on the kind of product you have, the price of the product can be very important. The amount of knowledge required to transmit to a prospective customer before they want to buy the product, all these things come into play. But you can find them out. You can find people who are successful in each one of these things. You can find people who are experts at the internet. And if your product fits within the programs they can design, boy, you are really fortunate, because that is perhaps the wave of marketing of a large majority of products in the future. For example, Amazon.com is now doing a tremendous business in books. And I think this last Christmas, about 21% more people bought their Christmas gifts off the internet than the previous year. This is indicative that high technology is going to make itself felt in the marketing world in the way of delivering goods and products to the consumer. So consider that very strongly. Find out people who are doing it successfully. Investigate. And as Shakespeare said, straight satisfy yourself as to the truth of it. Depending on you, your products, the shape, the size, the amount of demonstration required before a customer will buy them, this will determine some of the ways that you should think of marketing your product. But one thing for sure, a job will give you a living. Your business will give you a fortune. I thank you for listening. Good luck. God bless you.
Okay, so certainly you enjoyed what Bill Bailey had to share with you. And chances are you're probably wanting to go ahead and play this video again so you can listen to those nuggets of wisdom that he shared with you and make sure that you've been able to capture them and look at your notes to make sure you captured as many different notes as you can. It's a short session, but it's a session that's filled with a lot of wisdom. And there's some things that you can extract and help you in your process in creating wealth. All right, so this is Stephen Pierce, and until next time, remember, you do have the power to create profits.